Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It is Francesco here. I hope everyone is doing very well. It's been a while since I've done a video like this. I think I did it about 4 months ago or something like that when I did my last My Todoist Setup video. Not much has changed, but a few granular things has changed that I thought I'd share. And of course it's nice to always have like a understanding of how people's to-do list experiences evolve. Now, the one thing that I had when I first started out was I didn't really have like a great setup. Like I started out with a very bones setup. It was very, structural. There wasn't anything dramatically amazing about the experience. Just because I didn't make it, I stuck with my guns. To start with, I stuck with something so basic, and then I just evolved it over time. And slowly that has become more effective for me, and I'm killing bugs as I go across. So for example, when I come across something that annoys me in my daily routine with my to-do list experience, I don't necessarily fix that problem there and then. I tend to just note it down for later, and what I'll do is I'll just come back to it at the end of the week or at the end of the month if it's something as a big picture. So here we are, this is my Todoist experience. The first thing you'll probably notice is I'm not on the white layer at the top, the theme. I'm on green at the moment. I've actually stuck with green for like a month and a half now. I don't know why. It's just really appealing. I like the green. It looks good. And as you can see, last time I did my feature, I think I had lower than 50,000, and now I'm actually on 50,000. Although, I'm just about to hit my 99-week streak, but just to let you know, I actually lost my daily streak. I was at 300 days. No, I was at 300 days back in May, and I was like, okay, I'll keep this going. And then I just had like this Saturday, I think it was, where I didn't hit any of my targets. Now, I probably need to adapt my weekly goal, because my weekly goal is like 30. I probably need to put it about here, so maybe like 100. And my daily goal, I think, is reasonable, like 5 tasks is okay. Again, this is probably due to my experience setup. So I have this subtasks ability. So for example, as you can see, these are all the subtasks I have under here. It's like a nesting function. I actually need to do a better job at this recently. All of these could probably be nested under one task and make it like less stressful for me when it comes to doing and putting together the work. So as you can see on the left hand side, this is probably the biggest change. I think last time I did the feature, I had read, do, and plan. I'll have to double check with that. But now I have like 3. I've gotten rid of read completely. Read was not useful for me. Although it brought together stuff and all of the articles I wanted to read, it wasn't useful because I wasn't getting to it. So now what I do is I store everything in Instapaper. Every time I get something in inbox, what I do, everything I get, if I find an article, I will clip it to inbox directly. Or if I don't have the access for some reason, I'll put it in my inbox and then Instapaper save it later. So I've replaced that read with one called focus. Now I've been noticing in my routine that when I'm doing stuff, I tend to not know, like for example in the evening I'm like, I have an extra hour or like half an hour, I'm like, okay, what do I do in that time? So I tend to dump like tasks in my focus where I'm like, I tend to like grab 3 or 4 tasks and put them in focus, and then like that's my like focus point. That's like where I need to centralize my attention towards all of those tasks, nothing outside of it. So it's sort of like at the moment like an experiment, a dump folder where I can just like basically have a cocoon where I just work from and see whether that helps my productivity. Now, I have the do still. Now, do is an important thing for me. It's a stack, which it means it's a folder of projects. So as you can see, I've got home, that's kept regular. Health, routine is obviously for recurring tasks. I only have 1 recurring task at the moment, which is like clear Evernote inbox. So it's not something that's, very intricate. I've got Freelancer. So these are all the freelance jobs that I have outside of my regular pieces. Film, which is a new one of these, which basically is anything creative. Because I noticed that some filming was outside of YouTube and things like that. So I thought, make a film section. YouTube, Newton, Flashsticks, Blinkist, GoSkills, Anchor, LaunchCloud. So these are all projects that I know, that are between 2 and 3 months at the moment. This setup seems to be working very well for me. I don't really use Do anymore as a whole. Plan, again, is something that I use on a regular basis. So again, what I do is I take all of the things that I'm not going to do now, I'm going to put them in Plan. They could be things that I need to review at the end of the week. They can be anything from financial stuff to like work-related stuff that I know I'm going to feature in my week review, because I don't want that to distract me at the given time. Now, as you can see, this is just for a regular day. What I've started doing is planning my night the day ahead in advance, and I think I mentioned this in another one in a plan video. I actually use my Todoist as an energy level side of stuff. So, for example, these are quite high intensity tasks to do because they require proactive time, 20 minutes, for example, or more, or my energy levels need to be fairly high. And these ones don't necessarily need to be that high because I know, editing, emailing, I'm quite relaxed when I do it. So as you can see, they're relaxed. So the priority levels, I don't really use them for like, this needs to get done, except like I will do in the mornings, probably be my most important task for the day. So I'll kick things off with the most important task these days. This is something that I actually added a few weeks ago, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, only because I was finding that I wanted to be a bit more effective in my day. So I was like, okay, when I wake up at 7 a.m. after I've done all my blah, blah, blah in the morning, like meditation, things like that, 7:30, I need to get that most important thing done. This way, I actually am more productive in my day because I'm like, okay, you conquered the toughest thing. Everything is going to get fairly easier, or maybe even just more enjoyable throughout my day. So I start with the hardest thing. I know that some people start with their like the thing they enjoy, and I'll probably do that of weekends. Like if I start my morning like that, that's probably something I benefit from. So yeah, naturally, that's one of the adaptations that I've had. So priority levels are no longer priority, they're more like energy levels, which has been very helpful. Now, I haven't been using the quick add function. I'm not too keen on this experience. I mean, I like it, but the experience, so for example, if I'm using this, I much prefer to add a task down here to a day. That just feels a bit more easier to use. And as you can see, what I've done with most of my tasks is I enter the title of them here, like what is the action that I need to do, the keyword. So in this case it's record, and I just put them in 2 strokes out. I think I've always done that. That's just become, as you can see through here, that's just become more relevant over time. And obviously I chronologically order stuff, so it makes everything just neater as I go down. As you can imagine, I've been planning 1 to 2 days in advance. I haven't been putting any reminders on, so my phone's been very simple over the experience. Now, as you can see, not really much has changed. A few things have naturally developed, and I think my my skills in terms of being able to create subtasks has gotten more effective. So as you can see, this is just a small update. And more sort of like general productivity, not so much granular with this experience. Now, naturally, there's one thing that I have not mentioned here. I'm using the inbox function a lot more. I'm actually jumping in here more often. Again, I actually am using Trello as a way to holistically plan stuff, which I probably will talk about in a few months or weeks. But I actually, in the project comments in Todoist, I actually have a direct link out to my Trello project so that I can quickly go into that one if I need to view things from a big picture, and then go back to Todoist and view things in a more focused approach. Labels and filters, again, not really much of a change there. I haven't been using it a great deal. However, I have been enjoying the fact that I have them there, and I probably will put more detail into them very soon. Anyway, guys, I hoped this video gave you a bit more of an overview of how I'm using Todoist currently. I probably will do another video in 6 months. I'm going to give this one a bit more of a break. I'm going to make sure that I show you all of the details of stuff because I feel like I want to go a bit deeper with this Todoist setup experience, because people ask me questions like, why do you use certain section? I think I could do a whole feature on do, for example, and why I don't use that initial project, like right here. So maybe I need to do a full in detail video on this. However, guys, I am glad that you enjoyed this feature. If you have any recommendations for me, or you want to share any of your Todoist setup experiences, we love when people in the community share stuff, so please go ahead and comment below. It would be much appreciated. And if you like this video, hit the like button, because I'd love for you guys to join in. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, one last thing. If you haven't joined the email newsletter, the weekly email newsletter covers everything productivity apps. It's like a dose of productivity apps in your inbox every single week. Sign up. If you don't enjoy it after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then feel free to unsubscribe, but I'm sure you'll love it. Anyway, guys, make sure to have a great day, keep productive, and I'll see you guys very soon. Cheers.